Welcome back to the finish line. So this video we're going to have a Christmas racing preview. So we're going to have a look at the racing on Boxing Day through to Leopardstown and the odd one at Limerick and any other horse that we fancy over Christmas time. So we start off with actually this Saturday, which is before Christmas, I should have said, in the Long Walk Hurdle. So it looks a very competitive field. So we've Call Me Lord, You Know What I Mean Harry, Albert Park, Paisley Park, Sound Spinner, to name a few in this. So it looks like a quite open race to start off the weekend.
Yeah, it does. It's going to be a competitive affair. There's, You Know What I Mean, Harry's the horse who's been there, done it, kind of on the comeback trail after disappointing last season. He had cheap pieces on first time the last day, and he stayed on well for pressure. And I think his class showed. I think he was looking for a bit of soft ground that day. He'll get it again tomorrow. He'd have a good chance. One I like, he'd have to step up a lot now from his last run. It was only in a handicap. Is Paisley Park.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Yeah, he's a young improving horse. I think they like him. They like him a lot, but he's going to be a better chaser than he is a hurdler. He stayed on well the last day again after getting that pace. I thought Aidan gave him a nice ride. Yeah. He just coaxed him into it. He didn't bully him. He let him find his feet, and he really stayed on well. He's the up and coming horse. Sam Spinner's got cheap pieces off for the first time. I don't know. He doesn't really do it for me, that lad.
No, I have a problem with the way they're riding him now. He won when he came on the scene last season. It was gun ho from the front, galloping into the ground. Now they're trying to sit him in behind the pace.
Yeah, I think they'll go back to. I think cheap pieces back on. Cheap pieces on first time even, and I think they'll probably try to go from the front again with him. But we'll see. I mean, it's not a great division, is it?
No, it's a poor division, and you can see by the prices even. Call Me Lord, who hasn't run this season, his last win was at Sandown, beating Little Rockefeller with 16 lengths, and he's 5-2 favourite.
Yeah, he's the one maybe, but as we say, it's a seasonal reappearance. You wouldn't imagine he's going to be fully wound up. He's the young horse coming into it, but it's not a great race for betting wise. I'd hope to see Paisley Park run well, but I wouldn't have a bet, to be honest.
I agree with you with Paisley Park. His last two wins, top weight and 2 handicaps. I like the way he quickened up at the end. He's kind of a stamp of a good horse, and as you said, he probably will be better over fences, but I think he's a quick improver this season. I'd take 7-1 each way even. I don't really do each way, but
yeah,
it's an all for nothing race really. Anything could really come out and win it. Is Dan Skelton's Momella entered?
Look. No,
she was in it, but she fell in the race won by You Know What I Mean Harry 3 years. She looked like the likeliest winner in the whole thing, so
right. I'd
have a look out for her the next time she run it. But on this, he even have top notch going back over hurdles. So that's telling you how bad a race it is, and he's 12-1, and he's just out and out pair chaser.
Yeah, I wouldn't get me excited. I wouldn't have a bet in it, but it'll be interesting to see if Paisley Park can stamp his authority.
Yeah, Paisley Park is the exciting one. Call Me Lord is the young improver we hope this season. So next, that's a long walk. That didn't take long. So next we go to probably the highlight of over the Christmas festival in the King George. So the entries to this would be Mike Boyce, Plitlogue, Waiting Patiently, Thistle Crack. That would be the ones I'd be interested in. Anything after that now, I wouldn't even consider. And I've fallen on Thistle Crack. It's not even fallen. I think he has an unbelievable chance of making this the second King George from. Come back run last time. Unreal, extremely well. His jumping was a bit sketchy at times, but the way he stayed on after jumping the last, Thomas Goodham looked after him a bit. His course form, I think a quick 3 miles is right up his alley. I think he's 90% of his old ability wins this. I can't have Mike Boyce.
Yeah, I'm worried about Mike Boyce after his last run. He stopped very quickly. I don't mind horses need to run and tire a little bit, but he stopped very fast.
He looked like he'd thrown the ties out of the ground.
Yeah, I know Nicky said there's nothing wrong with him, nothing has come out that's wrong with him, but I don't know, I'd be worried about him Thistlecrack is where I landed as well. I love that comeback run in the Betfair Chase. His jumper was a bit sticky, whereas Tom Scoop came out and said, I think he's only had 6 or 7 runs at the fence. It was his first start back after a long break. He showed a lot more in this run than he did in his comeback run last season. His comeback run last season, he ran against big Olives, about beat 11 lengths or something like that. So this was a lot better run. He was only beaten a length by Native River. He was only beaten, I think, 5 lengths in total. It was a really impressive run. I think he gave him 1 little flick with a stick, that was it. If he can come on from that,
and they think he will. They were talking the other day.
Imagine he'd have to, then he'd have a cracking chance to win again.
Like the price comparison between Thistlecrack and White Boy is ridiculous. Thistlecrack is 6-1 and White Boy is 5-2 favourite. Even on prices, it's ridiculous. What prices? He should be 7-2 4-1.
Yeah, if you take their last runs, the other one there's Politlog, who needs to step up to 3 miles. I was looking at the stat for this. It's something like 14 out of the last 16 winners have won over 3 miles before. So you do need to stay a good bit. Waiting Patient is a class horse. He was very good at beating Q Card last season, but it's going to be his first one back and a step up in trip. And it's a grade 1 company.
I'd stay clear.
Yeah, I couldn't back it. I don't have those two shorter in betting.
No.
Native River has run once at Kempton before. He was beaten in the novice race, the grade 1 novice race, the Quarter Star race now. When he was 6-4 favourite. Bristol de Mai hasn't shown that much form outside of Haydock. The one for me, I'm just looking at season to 20s now. I tipped him up on Betterton in the 40s. T for 2.
Nice.
T for 2's record around Kempton. 3 wins from 5 runs. His 2 defeats have been in the King George in the last 2 seasons. He's been beaten 3 lengths on both of those occasions. This may be a hotter race. I take that into account. He obviously loves Kempton. He ran on very well on his last run. And we spoke last week about wind-ups and the second run after wind-ups and brain power and both international.
I just didn't have him when I got put in place.
This is his second run after a wind-up. Look, I'm not going to say he's going to go and win the race or anything, but 40-1, if a couple of the fancy horses didn't run their races, I can see him being bang there. Could he run into 3rd? We'll see.
I think he possibly could.
He'd be 4th or 5th. I think it'd be the first half, definitely.
I can see White Boy blowing up again. Politlog, I can't have him any day of the week. I think he's something about him. Yes, he beat me, but Min pulled for 3 miles of a 2.5 mile race. He pulled on the way down to the start and he beat Minnows. He beat Charbel
last day, he came on and won the which was a good run. It's just a question mark about going up into trip.
They're not proper grade 1 horses.
Yeah,
let's be honest about it. Waiting patiently, first run of the season, go straight into a grade 1. No thanks. This is nothing against the trainer, but she's not a Nika Henderson or Willie Munn to get a horse ready first time to run the grade 1. That leads me to Thistlecrack again.
Yeah, I think I landed on Thistlecrack, and he's a bit shorter now, but the prices when he was 40s, T for 2 each way, well, that was a good bet. And the prices he's after, like he ran on his 2 thirds in the King George, or his 2. I think he's 3rd and 4th, so he's beaten 3 lengths on each occasion, but he was 25s and 20s, so he wasn't fancying those races either. I think this could be his track. Native River, I think Chandler is definitely much more of a track for him. Really brings out his staying qualities. Bristol and I can't have. Yeah, I land on Thistlecrack each way, certainly.
And it's going to be a bucket load of pace with Bristol and I, Coney Green.
Yeah.
So, Politlog, if he's going to get there, he's going to need to stay.
Yeah, I think he's going to have to stay. Again, he wouldn't be for me. But yeah, King George, I think we're both on Thistlecrack.
Thistlecrack all the way. Put your Christmas money on it. Right, so next we're going to go to the Christmas Hurdle on the same card at Kempton. So we have Bedrock, was it White?
Bit of an air. Global Citizen, If the Cap Fits, Old Guard, Stowaway Magic, and Verdana Blue.
Over there.
Yeah, it's
Quite
got to be over there. After the way he dismissed Sam Crow last day.
Dismissed? He just...
He looks the one to beat in the champion hurdle again.
No. My lovely arena has it on yet.
Yeah, well, hopefully we'll see her at this time over Christmas.
In fairness, though, he is the one to beat.
He's the one to beat in this interesting field. I like Global Citizen, always liked him.
Yeah.
He's got to step up a lot in form, but I've always liked him from when he was point to point. He was trained not too far from where I used to live, so he was a bit of a talking horse. Verdana Blue should have won the Great Wood. Got beat on the flat then. It was a bit strange to see her go running on the flat.
That was. I didn't cop that until I seen results.
Yeah, it was a bit odd, but there you go. Bedrock. Again,
Can't underestimate.
No, he's been improving. You'd expect him to be bang there, and then you've got it. If the Cap Fits, Harry Fry's horse.
Yeah.
It's not the worst race I've seen.
No, it's a decent Christmas hurdle for what's been run the last few years.
Yeah. But I would.
It's over there all day.
Move there would be all on.
Yeah, he'd be 1 to 2, 1 to 3.
He'll win.
So next we'll go on to the Koto Star Novice Chase. It's a decent field, so you've Santini, Bags Groove, Le Baghewa. I had it down, so I think that the 3 I wrote down I thought it was between, so I think it's between Santini, Le Baghewa and Bags Groove. Santini beat a horse called Rocky Treasure on his first start at Doncaster, and last Saturday Rocky Treasure went out and Frank Lafleur in the Grade 2 by winning by 12 to 15 minutes, I think. Santini does look the real deal, but I have my colours firmly stuck to the Baghewa, and she hasn't let me down this season yet.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm a Santini man myself. As you said, the form's been flanked by Rocky Treasure. I think he looks a proper horse. He was very good over hurdles. And he's started off well over fences. Le Baghewa, yeah, I like her. Hasn't done too much wrong. And Bagsgrove likewise, but Santini, I think for me, I think he'll just outpass these.
My head says Santini, my heart says Le Baghewa. But there's no prices out, so I'm expecting Santini to be favourite.
Yeah, maybe you don't know.
We don't know yet.
Yeah.
I can't see the Baghewa being out of the top 3 the way she's improving rapidly. Bags Groove's the same. I think that's the top 3. What way they finish, we'll soon find out. That's if they're all declared at the end of the day.
Yeah, we'll have to see what's declared. And we were saying it kind of gets a bit more difficult now to talk about the rest of Christmas.
Yeah.
We've no declarations, but I think we might just run for a few that we fancy. What do you fancy for Christmas, Andrew?
So before that, actually, when the declarations come out for the races, Tom is going to text me what he thinks is going to win on each day. So the night before, I'll put up Tom's tips and myself's tips on the Facebook page, the finish line. So the night before each race meeting, I'm going to have them up, but we talk about what we think might have a good chance of winning over Christmas.
Yeah, sure. There's no Frank choices in any cross-country races. So the office might be talking to me after Christmas, hopefully.
Just look at Andy Dan Skeptic because he's going to break my heart and I think I'm banned out of Alfie Hills now. So a few horses I put down there that entered. Look forward to see Mountain Talent and Get About. Again, these look like probably the 2 best novices learned at this time of season so far.
Yeah, Ruby was on about going to Limerick to ride Gettysburg, so that was interesting.
Oh, that's the thing. That's the first time in 20 odd years, and he's not been with Epsom.
Yeah, so he was talking about it, but we'll see. I mean, he's a very exciting novice, so is Mendy Khan. He always looked like he'd be better at fences, just a big. He'll be hard to beat, Gettysburg will be hard to beat. Hopefully, they put in a good round of jumping, and we'll know a bit more when they meet each other. So,
another 2, what might be an exciting clash is Footpad and Mint. They're both entering the same race, and they're both being backed.
You'd wonder, wouldn't you, if they try and keep them apart or not?
Yeah.
You'd maybe expect them to try and keep them apart.
Richard, he's not a man to dodge a battle, really, is he?
Yeah.
But there's not much else they can put him in over this, and they all need a run.
That's the thing, where do you run though?
Because the ground is only coming right now.
Yeah, where do you run them is the issue. Footpath's on a bit of a recovery mission after falling the last day.
He's actually favourite.
But yeah, he's favourite.
6-5.
Mid was very good last day, so be a good race if they both win, wouldn't it?
I won't have a bet to do with Ran anyway. Yeah. But it'd be good anyway to see. So, one of your horses to follow for the season is running the Welsh National. Yeah.
Yes. Looks like Brian. He's an interesting horse. He's an improver. There's a big step up in class for him. It's most likely to be soft around Chepstow for the Welsh National. His jumping's a bit sticky. If his jumping can improve, hopefully he should run a good race. It's a competitive handicap.
As always.
I'm not trying to dodge it now, but I do like him. But it is a competitive handicap. Tim Vaughan's horses are in good form still. I think he's got a good chance. I think he's about 14 to 1, so we'll have a few quid on if he's 14 to 1 come today. We were just chatting beforehand, and Rocky Casbar is entered, I see, so
yeah.
I'd expect Dickie to ride him.
Unless he gets special permission.
Yeah, I doubt he gets special permission. I would expect Dickie to ride Rocky Casbar, and Alan Jones will probably ride looks out like Brian. So
that would probably make the price bigger.
Yeah, I mean, if Dickie was on, he'd probably come in. But no problems with Alan riding him. I see he was doing some schooling on it down in Yogi Bryson, so they've left no stone unturned to get in there and get him jumping. So hopefully, he's a good chance. I think he's a proven horse.
Anything could win with him.
Yeah, they could. Yeah, but I mean, he's the
right. I do enjoy. He has the right.
He's the right profile. Yeah, so I'll stick with him. Yeah, he'd be my Welsh National horse. Another horse I'm looking forward to in the Sabbath race is Road to Respect.
Yeah,
he bowls it up and down right, and I really like him. Yeah, he was fourth in the Gold Cup last year. I think he won this last year. He was about 3 to 1, 7 to 2.
For some reason he looks a better horse.
Yeah, he looks better.
He looks like he knows. He's finding out something's at the clicking in him.
Yeah.
He looks like he realises, oh wait, I am good.
Yeah, so I know it's only one run, but he has looked better this year. He'd be my bet for that. If he was anywhere near 3 to 1, I'd really fancy him.
I think he's actually 7 to 2 at Paddy Power.
Yeah, he was 7 to 2. He's coming to 3 to 1 with those spaces, but I'm not sure. I think there's a bit of 7 to 2 available, but with what bookies you get on with and how many pence you get on, I'm not sure.
33 to 1 with 50 cents max.
Yeah.
Talk about the Welsh National. 2 that I kind of really liking: Folsom Blue and Ballyoptic. If the ground is heavy, Folsom Blue would absolutely love this. Gordon Elliott said at the start of the season he's going for all the big staying chases, handicaps. He's been backed from 20s into 10s already, so presume he's going to run. And Ballyoptic, he's a bit of a quirky horse, but he's really talented. If he can put it all together, he's 20 to 1. He's not without a shout in each way shot. There's 2 clashes that I hope to God are happening over Christmas. Apple's Jade, 14 over 3 miles.
She'll annihilate him, won't she?
I can't get out of my head what he done at Punchestown.
I don't know. I think she is just a proper man.
She is.
I'd love to see her run. I'd love to see her run in the World Hurdle because she'd win it, or the Stayers Hurdle because she'd win. Simple. I think she'd be for him. Definitely. What's the other clash next?
Fine, I can see it. Bad about this there now. We would have problems. Lorena, Mellon, both of them are entered in the Ryanair. Both of them are joint favourites. No, Mellon's actually 3 to 1. She's 7 to 2. Sam Crow is favourite, 15 to 8. Again, I say it every time he runs 2 miles. He's wasting his bloody time.
I'd take, in fairness, I'm with you on this one. I'll back you on this one. Especially at those prices, I would fancy her big time. She gets the mares around, she's very good. They're talking her up massively. It'd be interesting to see jockey buckets if Lorena and Mellon ran against each other. Sam Crow, just the way he got swept aside the last day, I think he's looking to be in a bit of trouble.
He's a 3 miler run over 2 miles.
Yeah, I'd fancy Lorena, definitely, especially 3 to 1 against him.
I can't see anything giving her £7. and beat him.
On her form of that mare's not as good last year, I mean, she bolted up, didn't she?
Yeah, she needs to come off the bridle.
Yeah, and they obviously like her at home. They've talked her up as a champion hurdle horse. They're going to train as a champion hurdle horse. If you look at the likes of Covega, I know Annie Power eventually ran the champion hurdle, but that was only because Faheen came out. I think it was Faheen. Willie likes to keep him to those mares races. So if they're talking this one up as a champion hurdle horse, then
she must be something special.
Yeah, you imagine so.
Another two, sorry, in the Paddy Purchase, the big handicap up in Leopardstown. Annie's second now.
Okay.
He has an awful habit of finishing second. But the seconds he's been finished was Bellshill, Monolly. Did he finish second to another Willie Mullins? He's finished second to me.
Okay.
I think he's around 12s, 14s.
I'm just madly looking up the price of this horse because I have a horse for this. I think he's favourite, but he's about 9-1. Let's have a look. Pair of brown eyes. Second favourite. Joint favourite, really. 9-1 in the place. Joined Willie Mullins, won the Ulster National, bolted up. Went off 13-2 favourite for the Irish National. Backed off the boards. He's 9-1 for this with Ladbrokes and William Hill. First one in the season, he could go out fresh. Yeah. When he won that Leinster National for Willie Mullins, hadn't been with him that long. He'd only been with him for about 6 or 7 weeks, I think. So this is his first season coming into it now, being trained solely by him. I think he's a horse to keep on the right side.
He was a horse I followed now even before he went to Willie Mullins. I remember a time I backed him at Cheltenham November meeting, I think it was. I think he took every fence with him, but he still only managed to get bet. I think it was a length or so.
Yeah, he really my horse for that race. I really thought.
There's another Willie Mullins horse in that I was actually looking at, but it's the jumping that scares the living daylights out of me.
Live, Hope and Dreams.
No. Live, Love, Laugh.
Live, Love, Laugh. Okay.
Ran in the 4 miler last year.
Yes.
Belted.
Katie
Walters on him.
Yeah, I remember.
Belted every fence in the place, but was still on the bridle come to 2 out.
Yeah.
And belted the fence again and ended his chance. If for some miracle they sorted out his jumping, he's going to have a right chance.
Yeah, he would. I remember he sticks out in my head, Katie Roy, and how she stayed on. I
don't know.
But he got a chance. Competitive race.
It always seems to be a nice class horse winning this. Annabelle Fly won it last year. At a big price, 16-1.
Yeah.
So it's
you need a higher class of horse to win this now than you did years ago. The name escapes me. The favourite. I know he's won his last couple, but I don't know. He doesn't really.
No, he's
a handicapper.
Yeah. Kind of Brown, as you said, could be a graded horse.
Yeah, not saying he's a grade 1 horse now. No. I'd say he is a graded horse.
And he's second now as he has form of grade 1 horses.
Yeah, it's a fair point.
Yeah. So do you have anything else?
No, that's our Christmas roundup, I think.
So
too precious in the 7 o'clock at the dog tonight. that's the only one to throw in. She's improving beyond recognition for Joseph O'Brien. And when fillies do things like that, I think they're ones to keep on the right side of. Good £7 claim run. She's 11-4, which I think is a fair price.
His horse is still running very well.
Running very well. It's a good £7 claim run. No McCullough rode the last day. I think she's gone up exactly £7, but taking the 7 off.
And the gates, I think she went up.
Yeah, she's got a good track. She's still improving. She has not stopped improving yet. So stay on the right side of her.
7 o'clock. Right, so that's our Christmas review wrapped up. So as I said, keep a look out on the Facebook page, and I'll put up the tips for me and Tom the night before each day. So from Christmas Day, I'll have them up that night, and then so on up till 5 days in Leopardstown?
Yeah, 4 days in Leopardstown, yeah.
And for Chepstow and so on.
We might try and get a podcast up on the Friday.
Yeah, so if we survive the Christmas.
Yeah, there'll be another podcast next Friday.
So thanks for watching again, lads. Have a good Christmas, and we'll see you before the new year. And give us a like and subscribe.
Merry Christmas.